it's finally time to talk about some overhyped, over-glamorized, overrated piece of... Whoa! Ah! Hey, what happened to your voice? Oh, and don't tell me you sold your voice for a man, too. Wait a minute. Is this a Little Mermaid intervention?
We're your friends. We care about you.
Oh, God, not again.
You need to get your life under control. Lindsay, your disdain for the Little Mermaid has shed a dark pall over not only our friendship, but the first love story from my youth. I am concerned that your refusal of the mermaid is the reason you're so sad and lonely. I feel that this is a fun, well-made children's movie that is not harmful for any feminist cause, and you're making a big deal out of nothing.
All right, okay, majority opinion, whatever. Can I make my point? Can I make my point?
Right.
Yeah, Ariel is not the greatest role model for little girls, let's face it. And the whole Disney princess thing kind of irks me from the get-go, but you know what, that's not really what kind of rubs me the wrong way about this movie. Not really. For the 8 of you out there who have never seen The Little Mermaid, a quick summary. It's the story of a fangirl, of humans, who happens to be a mermaid who falls in love with the first human man she ever sees, trades her ability to speak for some legs and a vag, and ultimately comes out on top with no consequences and learns nothing. It was an important movie for Disney's business, as it was the first of the Disney Renaissance that started all this business with musicals, brought back animation as an art form, yada 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 yada. But I just don't feel the movie as a whole. I grew up, and with that, gained the ability to look at the movie as an adult. Am I the only person in the world that's able to look at this movie apart from childhood significance?
You're being way too tunnel vision if you think nostalgia is the only reason people still love this movie. I mean, what about the music? Poor unfortunate souls. Hey, Camilla.
Is this just the two of you? This is the worst intervention ever.
Oh no! Whoa, this is a multimedia intervention.
Where did this come from?
Roses?
Hi, Lindsay. So I heard you didn't like the Little Mermaid movie, so, I wrote you a letter to try to change your mind a little bit. It's on green construction paper, so it sounds friendlier. Dear Lindsay, you make me feel belittled by ignoring the good points of the movie. The music is iconic, and it's a solid, entertaining family film. Oh no, I feel your dislike for this movie is stupid, really, really stupid. How can one resist a Jamaican crab? I wouldn't be surprised if you were hunted down by an angry mob of Disney fans.
World of females, stop attaching your ego to this movie.
Seriously, Lindsay, between this and Dune, it's a wonder you're still alive.
Alright, folks, let's take a look at our heroine for the ages, Ariel. Her main thing is that she's sick of being a mermaid and wants to be human. Her main tipping point? What else? A guy. So she goes to Ursula, the sea drag queen, sea witch, in order to get herself some legs and a vag, though Ursula totally sets her up on that one. True love after only 3 days. I'm sorry, that was just the kiss of true lust.
Your unfair attitude towards the rash and emotionally driven, impulsive decisions of a 16-year-old girl belies a certain self-loathing that worries me and suggests some unresolved issues.
So not true.
Shut up, Mom! That biscuit is good!
Understand my pain, princess.
You guys didn't see that, did you? And you know what else? I have the infamous VHS copy of this movie, you know, the one with the cover, the interesting little protrusion right here. And what is that supposed to be? Is that Flounder's cheek? I've never seen a cheek protrude like that.
Under the Sea won the Academy Award for Best Song. It's one of the most remembered songs in the past 30 years.
Wait, the blackfishy sings? Racist! Racist! Racist Disney!
Stop that! Lupa!
I'm concerned that you may be denying your own passion by denying how The Little Mermaid inspired you as a child. I think The Little Mermaid could be influencing little girls to change themselves to get a guy, but it could also be a message about following your dreams. Even if you are kinda dumb, which Ariel was, admittedly. And besides, mermaids are cool. You make it seem like a bad thing just because a girl wants to get in touch with her inner mermaid.
Well, Disney did turn mermaids into a weird fetish.
Fuck you, mermaids are awesome.
Well, at least I didn't dye my hair red out of some weird latent mermaid worship.
Nuh-uh.
Zealot! Zealot! Disney zealot! Ah, this is the most aimless intervention I've ever seen in my life. It's dominated by fangirls. Just like Ariel. Ariel, she is the most egregious type of fangirl. What? I wonder if the mermaids have, like, people cons. Ariel is a fangirl of humans. Maybe that's why she's so popular as a Disney princess. The people relate to her. So, Ariel, with her absence of paternal love and acceptance, turns to her stuff. So, of course she falls in love with the first human male of breeding age she ever sets eyes upon. She's in love with a concept, not a person. She is a fangirl who hoards lots of stuff. And that's not a healthy moral to be foisting off on the 5-year-old girls of the world, unless, of course, you're trying to sell stuff. Am I right, Disney? Am I right?
Mars girl, you had something you wanted to say?
The way you demean fanish hoarding demoralizes me. I'm quite proud of my extensive Marvin the Martian collection, and you really should be more accepting. For your own sake. Ariel's actually an active princess. Everything that happens in her story, she has agency in, rather than being dragged around like Snow White and Cinderella were. In fact, part of the reason why this movie was as successful as it was is because it wasn't just for kids. And collecting things isn't weird. It's like a completely healthy habit. I mean, come on, really. I can relate to Ariel is all.
I don't know what she's talking about.
The Little Mermaid. Well, it jumpstarted my love for sushi for one thing. Have you ever had parboiled mermaid? It's divine. I don't give a shit about the Little Mermaid. Mermaids are good for one thing: laying mines in enemy ships. And for serving with white wine sauce. That's 2 things.
Whoa, okay, bad example.
Well, you know what? She does bring up a good point. In, like, well, no, I mean, like, in the Fish Society in the movie, you know, how they're all, like, all these sapient fishes with lives and families and jobs, and well, let's take a look at this first scene. There's the one fish that got away in the opening song. Look at him swimming away, all like, phew, that was a close one. Meanwhile, of his entire school, like, he just got away, and you know off screen, he's like, they took my entire village. And that scene where Ursula devours a living, feeling, sapient, shrimpy being. Oh my god! And where is Sebastian's PTSD? I can't remember the last time I've seen post-traumatic stress played for comedy like this. And when it's over, he's over here like, oh, I'm so put out.
I hope that you appreciate what I go through for you, young lady.
Not like, the horror. Oh God, there was butter everywhere. Lemon juice all over me. Tasteful garnishes all around me.
Pour out what's inside and I'll serve it up. I've got a love little fishes, don't you?
I just wanted to see the deleted scene where Ariel finds out what's in the food she's eating. Damn, this thing's huge. What is it? Shrimp tempura roll. Oh God. Vinny?
Then you slash through the skin, give the belly a slice.
So let's take a moment to look at how the men in the movie are portrayed. Like Prince Eric, or Prince Generic, am I right? Eric is boring. Look at his line reads.
Ariel!
Plus, I do not believe he is in his teenage years, Mr. I married a 16-year-old girl. He could totally buy her booze. Hell, he could probably rent her a car.
But it's well established that he doesn't at all care about her for her looks.
A girl rescued me. She had the most beautiful voice.
He finds out she doesn't have a voice and he's like, oh, never mind.
You can't speak? Oh. Oh. then you couldn't be who I thought.
He's into her because she saved his life and was the girl with the god glow. The advice Ursula gives her about body language is, in fact, wildly incorrect.
Yes, on land it's much preferred for ladies not to say a word, and after all, dear, what is idle prattle for?
And he trusts a woman driver. The fool. Well, King Triton. Okay, I will grant you, he's pretty interesting. He was the first and last in the line of manly dads for a while, all the way up to Hercules, pretty much. The story of the Little Mermaid isn't Ariel's. Not really, because she doesn't really change. She doesn't learn anything. The story has more in common with Finding Nemo, and in that case, it's really King Triton's story, how he grew and changed, learned to be less racist, and also to let his daughter go. Ariel wants something. There are obstacles. She gets what she wants. The end. She doesn't really learn anything or change. King Triton as a character, on the other hand, he changes a lot. He starts off as a pretty pompous ass.
Great Father who loves us and named us well.
Look at that smug look on his face. He's like, yeah, damn right, I named you well.
The entire celebration was, well, it was ruined.
You aren't here to sing my praises. This entire celebration to me, of me, for me, is ruined. What must my subjects think now? How are they supposed to know that I'm the best king ever? Also, dude with 8 daughters, 1 bathroom. Incidentally, bad news.
Oh, morning, Daddy.
Good morning, Spawn. He is then happy that she's into some guy.
Oh, who could the lucky merman be?
Which is weird. I mean, what dad in the history of dads has ever been happy that their 16-year-old daughter is dating someone? Dads don't want their daughters dating men. They know how horrible men are.
Why are you so bitter towards men?
I don't know! So, I was thinking maybe if you wanted to, like, hang out or, like, catch a movie or get some coffee or something.
Look, nostalgia chick, stop calling me. Jeez, some people can't take a goddamn hint.
He then makes the huge mistake of being wildly unsympathetic and bigoted to his daughter, destroys all her action figures, and when she runs away, he's genuinely sorry.
Oh, what have I done? What have I done?
He really is the realest dad you've seen in any Disney movie, even up to the point where he gives his own life to save Ariel's. Maybe not the best move politically, but hey, at least in the end he puts her in a sexy dress. At least she's not naked from the boobs down this time. Speaking of which, this reminds me again of the infamous and wildly inappropriate VHS cover of this movie. Look at this! Ursula is totally a dude! What? She was. I wasn't. But merfolk have 2 modes, really skinny or really, really fat. There's no in between. So do the scales grow up over your boobs if you get fat? Like once your BMI goes above a 26? A horrible, fatty, scaly rash to cover your shame, Ursula, you fatty pig fatty.
Oh, look at me. Wasted away to practically nothing.
She's fat.
Well, it's established that she's poor. She's eating a lot of fast seafood.
Ursula's confidence is fun, though. You know, she looks in the mirror and goes, yeah, I'd fuck me.
And don't underestimate the importance of body language.
Which leads us to the big question. Is Ariel a good role model? Alright, fair enough, but... So, Ariel is established as a flighty, spacey teenager. I mean, the first thing that she does is blow off her big performance. She puts her friends' lives in danger, expects people to go along with her whims, and no lesson is learned. That's why it really kind of fails as a coming-of-age story. It's really the story of a dad who learned to let his daughter go, told mostly through the point of view of the daughter.
Ariel is flawed, too. Like Triton, she makes mistakes and then feels sorry for them and acknowledges them.
Daddy, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
I don't know. It's more like, I'm sorry I didn't budget my time correctly and you found out that I disobeyed you. Not, I'm sorry I made a mistake. It's not what she does, but the outcome of what she does.
How can you possibly satisfy anyone when you're being viewed as an example of a female character and not just as a character?
One could argue that this is why later Disney movies were weaker. Princess and the Frog, for instance, had so much trouble largely as a result of the company being so worried about what everybody thinks. Look at this line at the end of Tangled, for instance. In a way, doesn't it feel like a direct response to criticisms lobbied at movies like The Little Mermaid?
Did Rapunzel and I ever get married? Well, I'm pleased to tell you that after years and years of asking and asking and asking, I finally said yes.
But you're missing the point. Its place in people's lives.
What, you mean like, look at this stuff?
Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think I'm a girl who has everything?
Look at this trove, treasures untold. How many wonders can one cupboard hold?
Looking around here, you'd think.
Sure.
She's got everything.
I got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. You want thingamabobs?
I got 20.
But who cares?
No big deal.
I want more. I want to be where the people are.
I want to see them jumping, dancing.
Walking around on those, what do you call?
Oh, feet.
Flipping your fins, you don't get too far.
Legs are required for jumping, dancing.
Strolling along on those, what's that word again? Streets.
Up where they walk.
Up where they stay all day in the sun. Very free.
Wish I could be
Part of that world.
What would I give
if I could leave
out of these waters?
What would I pay to spend a day warm on the sand? Rich on land, they understand,
but they don't reprimand their daughters.
Sick of swimming,
ready to stand. I'm ready to know what the people know.
Ask them my questions and get some answers.
What's a fire and why does it, what's the word, burn? When's it my turn? When I love to explore that shore above.
Is that an erect penis?
Darling, it's better down where it's wetter. Take it from me. Up on the shore, they work all day. Out in the sun, they slave away. While we devote it.
I'm the original and the best. I'm the sexy one.
Dearly beloved.